Tables are everywhere on Roblox, whether you realize it or not. They're the backbone of storing and managing data, from inventories to player stats. In this video, we'll cover the foundations, what tables are, and how to use them. Part 2 will go deeper with functions and practical examples to level up your scripting. So what is a table? At its simplest, the table is just a container that holds values, kind of like a toolbox. You can put anything inside: numbers, strings, booleans, other tables, even functions. For example, you might have a table holding your player's inventory, sword, shield, potion, or a table keeping track of game settings like volume or full screen. Tables are incredibly flexible. Unlike arrays in other languages, a single table in Lua can act like both a list and a dictionary at the same time. This means you can mix numbered indices and label keys if you need to, although it's better to just keep things organized overall. Now that we know what a table is, let's talk about the two main ways you'll use it: arrays and dictionaries. Arrays are ordered lists. Each item has a number, its index, starting at 1. For example, an inventory might be sword, shield, potion. The first item is the sword, the second is the shield, and so on. Arrays are perfect when the order matters, like a list of items a player collects, a queue of enemies, or checkpoints in a level. Dictionaries, on the other hand, are key value tables. Instead of numbered indices, you label each value with a key. For example, inside this table right here, with the name, health, armor, and is admin, I can access any of them. I can access like health, for example, by just doing dictionary.health without remembering which index it is. Dictionaries are great for things like player stats, configuration settings, which is like volume, or anything where you want to reference items by name. You can even mix the two, but we'll get into that during part 2. In short, though, use arrays when order actually matters or you need a list. Use dictionaries when you want to access values by descriptive name. Now let's get hands-on with basic table operations. These are the things that you'll do constantly when scripting in Roblox. Starting off with adding values. For arrays, table.insert is your friend. How it works is it basically just goes to the next available index.
Or can cut the line.
There are two ways you can insert. You can either insert just no index at all, that option, or if you want to insert into a specific index, like 2 here, for example, you can do it that way too. For removing values, you'd probably guess use table.remove. It lets you remove any item by its index. So for this example, I'm pretty sure it would remove the shield, because the shield got shifted down and all that. Accessing values. You can grab any item with its index in arrays just by doing the table and then the index of that item, aka what position it's in. If you want to see all the items in the array, you can either just loop through them like that, or just do hashtag your table name. For dictionaries, operations are even simpler. Access values directly by key. So in this example, I just do dictionary, then the square brackets, then whatever is in there. You can just update an existing key just by changing the value of it. Or you can remove it by just making it new. These basics, adding, removing, accessing, updating, and checking the length, are the building blocks for almost anything you'll do with tables in Roblox ever. Once you're comfortable with these, iterating and more complex manipulations become way easier to manage. Next up, iteration. Looping through tables to access each value. Here we have a mixed table. It has a normal array part, number 1 through 4, plus some labeled keys like name and health. If we used iPairs, it would only see the array portion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sword, shield, bow, armor. This is perfect when your table is a pure array and you only care about order. But notice, iPairs ignores anything with a string key, like name or health. That's where pairs come in. Pairs see everything in the table, numbered indices and name keys, but the order isn't guaranteed. It's great when you don't know exactly what's in the table, or when it mixes arrays and dictionaries like this one. In our example, the pairs loop prints each value: sword, shield, bow, armor, the name, and health. The order might differ slightly each time, but every value is included. So the takeaway is this: use iPairs for pure arrays where order actually matters. Use pairs when your table may have string keys or mixed content. Getting this right is key. Using the wrong one can silently skip values and cause bugs that are hard to track down, really. Mastering iPairs and pairs gives you full control over iterating tables, even in more complex Roblox systems. That's part 1. We covered the foundations: what tables are, the difference between arrays and dictionaries, basic operations, and iteration. In part 2, we'll dive deeper: functions inside tables, nested tables, and practical ways to actually use them in your Roblox games. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it, because this is where tables start getting really powerful and useful. See you later.